On Monday, the 8th of December, Class 507001 was driven under its own power at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour on the 1.6 km long test track at Derby, which is fitted with both 25 kV overhead wires and third rail. I was fortunate enough to be amongst the guests invited by the 507 Society to ride on the unit as it was put through its paces. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be particularly big news. However, as many of you know by now, 507001 has been preserved after being withdrawn from service last year. So, at the time of the visit, 001 was the UK's fastest third rail powered train in preservation. For those who didn't go to the greatest gathering, or who didn't get to see the unit, it has been at Derby since it was moved to Litchurch Lane at the beginning of the year. I followed the final leg of its journey by road from the West Midlands to Derby in February. I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you haven't watched it already. Since then, 001 has received a bit of TLC. First, to prepare it for the greatest gathering, during which it took pride of place amongst other iconic locomotives and multiple units. Members of the Society, with help from Alstom, have also repaired the unit so that it could once again operate under its own power. Alstom have been very generous in allowing the Society to stable the train under cover for the last 10 months. In return, Alstom has been able to use the unit to teach the latest intake of apprentices about what was considered state-of-the-art technology at the time of the introduction of the 507s and 8s. It also provided the apprentices with an opportunity to get some hands-on experience working on the train. This collaboration has been made possible due to the professionalism of the 507 Society volunteers and Alstom's desire to help, and I think there's a little bit of knowing the right people there as well. But what I think it shows is what can be achieved when like-minded people get together with a common goal. The timing and circumstances were also such that Alstom were able to accommodate the unit and help with its overhaul. Unfortunately, 001 won't be able to stay at Derby for too much longer, especially as the Alstom facility will soon be ramping up production of the 10 new Class 345s for the Elizabeth line. However, the long-term aim has been to store and eventually operate the 507 at the Tannock Valley Light Railway, located in Shropshire, and this is still the intention. This does however mean that it could be a long time before the unit operates under its own power again, due to the lack of third rail. But there may be options to pull the unit so that passengers can ride the train once again. And that's not to say it may never operate using its own traction motors, and the Society is exploring every practical option to do so, such as using batteries. So watch this space.
Welcome to this Merseyrail service to Derby Test Track, North Station.
Today's video is just a short one, but I thought it'd be good to take a moment to share some reminiscent sights and sounds for those who miss the old PEP-derived units. It certainly brought back plenty of memories for me. I'd also forgotten how rapid they were, with the Society members who have been trained to drive the units really putting it through its paces. I'll leave you with a few more sights and sounds shortly, but before I do, I'd like to thank the Society for inviting me, and Alstom for making the day possible. And lastly, if you've enjoyed this video, could you please give it a like, or even a newfangled hype, as it helps my content to get noticed. And consider subscribing if you haven't already.
If you see something that doesn't look right, Speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.